and welcome to yet another episode of MedTech Bytes presented by EMC Square of MTZ. Since AMTZ is associated with manufacturing, so we talk a lot about manufacturing in healthcare. But at a large, if we talk about manufacturing, India is taking its stance and paving towards being the global leader in manufacturing. And when we talk about manufacturing, we do believe in import and export statement and the condition that we have in India. So I have the right person to talk about that, about Indian import and export stance. So I have Mr. Utpal Gokhale, the Chief General Manager and Regional Head of the Export-Import Bank of India. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. It's my privilege and honor to be here.
Thank you so much. So why don't you just tell us a little about the bank and then talking about the import-export situation?
Certainly. We were set up in an era of India being a closed economy in 1982. Under the separate act of Parliament, the Export-Import Bank of India Act 1981, which was very much the brainchild of our then Prime Minister Indira Gandhi, who foresaw that India can find its moorings in the world and be counted as a power in its own right only if its exports grow, only if its inherent capabilities in engineering and technology are actualized by entering into the export market. As my colleague earlier in the day mentioned, only if you enter the export market do you have some kind of credibility, because then that means you attained a certain standard of excellence. So it's been a long journey of 40 years, and I'm glad to say that Exim Bank has taken several initiatives. It's written in our charter that we are the apex bank for coordinating the working of all institutions that are engaged in enhancing India's international trade. And it's Exim Bank that all these institutions look up to to come up with newer and newer initiatives and products and research to sort of aid every segment of the economy to find its moorings, not only in India but also in the global market. We've done very well, so don't go by just our balance sheet size, maybe just about $18 billion. But the kind of initiatives we have taken, for example, the latest being the Ubharte Se Tale program, of which we heard elaborately today. Basically, we want to identify those companies, and there are plenty of them in India, whose potential is not being actualized. For instance, due to lack of access to finance, or they have to wade through a labyrinth of clearances and all that. So we thought we could start this program, and government was solidly behind it, and AMTZ was the first cluster that we thought about. Because the kind of energy and drive that pervades this place, the kind of proactiveness that pervades this place is something that is right up the alley of the Ubharte Se Tale program. So I must say, I'm really thankful to AMTZ for having given this opportunity to visit this place. I've been to this place before, but today was an exceptional day. We interacted with a cross-section of your partners, and each one of them had glowing words to say about AMTZ. You have relieved them from all non-business worries, so they're able to concentrate on their business, and each one is confident. Even a 3 crore rupee, 4 crore rupee startup is confident of making its market the global market.
That's great to know. So, thank you for your kind words for AMTZ. And so, if you can tell us more about, how this bank helps the people who are associated in the import-export, and what are the things that they should look for so that they can do a quick search on Exim Bank?
Yeah, so as I said, again I come back to this Ubharte Se Tale program. So any company which has got a unique offering in terms of its product, process or technology can avail the benefits of this Ubharte Se Tale program. We have assisted about 27 companies from a cross-section of sectors. We are sector agnostic. So, as was mentioned by my colleague earlier in the day, we have even assisted companies which are making some very useful products from scrap material, plastic scrap material, down to cutting-edge sunrise sectors like aerospace, defense, artificial intelligence, biotechnology, and auto and auto components. All of these, we want them to kind of grow and realize their potential, both in terms of market reach and also in terms of product variants, so that they can capture a greater and greater share of the global supply chain and the global markets. So Exim Bank, as I dwelt upon our network, global network, and we being seen as a policy bank for the Government of India as a quasi-sovereign entity, we have not only financial services but also a whole range of advisory services for our exporters to make their mark in the global market. And we are confident that this 27 number will also swell to much bigger levels.
Great to know. So, would you like to say, share your opinion on, how do you see the healthcare sector playing
Yes.
a role into the manufacturing, import, and export?
As we saw from our research paper by my colleague, Mr. Vishwanath, in the morning today, healthcare sector potential from India is about $11 billion, and we've been able to realize only a fraction of that potential so far. So it is clusters like AMTZ, which, again, as I said, I repeat this point, that when you relieve an entrepreneur from all the regulatory formalities that he has to undergo, the startup formalities that he has to undergo. So it's not just the financing that he's looking forward to. He's looking at all these hurdles being removed from his way. He has to focus his entire energies, might, and potential, his talent, his research, his scientific temper on entirely his business, how to make an idea grow, how to make an innovation grow to that potential. So AMTZ is doing a yeoman service to all your partners. Within the space of 5 years, you've grown to 118 partners, which is a very impressive track record, thanks to the vision and foresight of your MD. And we as Exim Bank are indeed privileged to partner with clusters like you. So this is the ideal cluster. This is the sort of ecosystem that we are looking forward to for every Indian entrepreneur to have, where he is relieved from all the non-business hurdles, non-business formalities, and he can focus entirely on his business. So that is the way India will grow forward. And in our own internal strategy discussions, we are looking forward to this Ubharte Sitare program to assist companies such as yours in the healthcare sector. So it's not just healthcare I'm talking about. It could be any sector, as I spoke about, technology, aerospace, defense. So it's not just the healthcare sector. Where any idea that has to blossom will be taken care of by us and the likes of AMTZ. So healthcare has got a very, very great future. In fact, speaking to about 7 or 8 people, 7 or 8 of your partners today, we found that Africa is a sector, Africa is a continent, the whole continent is crying out for healthcare infrastructure, which India can provide, India being a much better name than China to deal with. China can supply it, China can only undercut us, nothing else. But in terms of quality, perception, and overall servicing of the product, and the talent that is behind that, the talent that goes behind the product, India is a much preferred partner. So we see huge potential for Indian exporters and the healthcare manufacturers, not only in India but also overseas.
Yes, that's really great to know. So anyone who is into export and import, and if not, and you are into manufacturing and you would like to, grow more and expand more, this is your chance. Do search them on Google, Exim Bank, that Export and Import Bank of India. Thank you so much.
In fact, I would like to add that we've shared all the valuable links and materials with AMTZ. We'll keep giving them to you. So you don't have to search us on Google. You can get right into our organization, I can say.
Yes.
And we can build a partnership.
Yeah. So irrespective of you being in MTZ or outside MTZ, you can always reach us and we can always help you in this direction. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am.